Hey lovelies, this is Patrice D'Evans. Thank you so much for subscribing and thank you so much for joining me today. We are over 3,000 subscribers. I'm so excited and we're growing daily. I'm so excited to be a part of this hair community and I'm loving my hair. It's so much fun. This video is going to be about all of our hair growth tips, where we are, updates, everything about our hair growth and where we are. It's December. And I believe today's either the 18th, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll check. I'm really excited about where we've come, from whence we've come. I want to hear where you are and what's going on with you. I've missed you. This Christmas season with Black Friday and everything had me busy, of course, with the websites Ayurveda Curls and Sakawares.com. So I hope you go on there and check it out yourselves. I built it for you, especially Ayurveda Curls. This is a dance fitness platform, as well as a platform for the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. It turns out that you really are loving the hair stuff, so I'm just going to keep helping you and as you join me in my journey. So thank you so much for joining me in this journey. I'm not the best at all the things that have to do with the hair, stuff like, link check and all that stuff. So I don't really enjoy it. I was trying to do my link check and I was just like, it was really frustrating. But I can't find my original link check that I did in October when we started this wash and go challenge. So I will definitely be looking for it and let you know where I am compared to when I measured in October. Otherwise, I did do, I'm just looking to see if I can just find it. But anyway, I did a week inversion method. I just did it last Wednesday was the last day, and the Wednesday before is when I started. So I definitely want to share that with you. I want to talk about our 3-month challenge and how we're doing with it. We're coming up to an end with that, and I want to hear how you've been doing, if you've been sticking with it. And if not, don't worry, because January is right around the corner and we can just start all over again and continue on where we left off, okay? So don't worry about everything. Things don't have to be perfect. Remember, there's a reason why we call it a journey, all right? So it doesn't have to be perfect. I remember when a lady, sent me a message saying, are you going to sell your oils? And Lord, I was just like, me? I ain't gonna do that. And I just ejected it, and I told her, well, thank you, but no, I can't do that, or something. I don't even remember what I wrote, but in my heart I was rejecting it. And then someone else said it, and then someone sent me an email and said, they really would like me to do it. And then I'm just like, I'm going to pray about it. So my answer was different the second time. Everything happens in threes with me. So I think it was the third time someone asked me. Then I was like, okay, I will pray about it. Now ask the Lord what he wants me to do. And this just overwhelming joy around it came. And I just couldn't wait to do it. Isn't that amazing? So the Lord is here for you through me, and I'm sure through so many other people. I just have this overwhelming joy over making this oil. So I love doing it for myself. So I'm just getting this overwhelming joy. So if you don't know already, I have made it, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm really excited. I'm surprised in myself that how excited I am. And it's coming in 2 different, tops, but it's the exact same. It's just this was what was available to me for now. And I hope you go on AyurvedaCurls.com. If you were one of the people that wanted what I do in my videos when I show you how to make the oil, my twist on it and everything. If you want my twist on it and you want what I've been doing and you like how it's been working with my hair, because that's what I use, then go ahead on to AyurvedaCurls.com and get yours. It's $21.95. And I can't really control the shipping because it is a glass bottle, and I'm doing the best I can from this point, but I'm working hard. My husband and I are working really hard to find better ways of lowering shipping costs and all that. But there's some flat rates that there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? So I hope that that's okay. And many of you probably have gotten your oil already. So I hope to hear your comments on how it is for you. When you do get it, you go ahead to Sally's and get your plastic bottle so you can put it in there. And this is what it looks like. It's nice and rich. I just love the oil. You know how I feel about the oil. And I'm always tweaking it and putting more really exciting things in the oil. So go ahead and get your oil. one little tip, when you get this bottle, this is a really substantial bottle, okay? Keep the bottle. What if you want to reorder monthly, if you want me to do this for you monthly, we'll figure something out and I'll let you know how I can figure that out. Keep the bottle. I can send you a plastic one, and if you want to keep it in a a dark, or I can send you a plastic one. You can keep your Sally's one, and I'll just send you another one that's plastic that you can throw away. But keep this substantial, nice bottle. Don't throw this away. Use it, whether with my oil or whatever. But you can take what I send you, pour it in here for the darkness to keep it lasts longer because it's dark. If I can get you some plastic bottles that have a darker tint, then I will do that. But definitely do not throw your bottle away. It's a really nice bottle. And just transfer it into your plastic bottle and use it weekly, and just keep transferring it over weekly. And then when you're completely done, then you can, when you're close to done, then you can order another one. So we can do it like that, okay? So we'll just keep developing this until it works well, and we'll get a good system together for those of whom really want me to help them because they don't have the time to make this oil that's very premium with so many ingredients, okay? So we'll work on that. I'll just be giving you updates on better ways to make this more efficient for me and for you, so that it's like more of a well-oiled machine, and I can be there for you monthly because I have to make it for myself anyway. So might as well add some more for my family, for the sisters out there. Anyway, so anyway, and the clay is $6.95, and that comes with it. So it's like the clay that was with the oil is extracted from it. It's how I do it. You've seen the video. And that clay you can also get. It's the same exact batch, so you might want that patch that goes with that oil because it's comparable to it. So that's $6.95, and if you put it with the same order, then the shipping, it's more worth it with the shipping, And that's something that we can do a monthly thing if it's something that could work for you in your lifestyle, because that's what we want to do. We want to make this work, So who cares how you get it, as long as you get it and you're taking care of your hair, right? If it works. So anyway, this is what it's doing for my hair. This is my wash and go. I did do my routine last night. I think I'm going to get better at doing it back to every night. I'll skip here and there, but I think I'm going to be good with doing it every night because I love the way it's coming out these days. It's looking really, really great. So you guys were the ones that noticed that it was growing. It is growing actually, but sometimes on purpose I try to shrink this so it can match the rest of the hair, and I just love how it's filling up at the bottom, because when I first started I remember it was more like that. So the bottom's doing a really good job. I'm really excited about it. Okay, talking about growth. We want to talk about growth. I did the inversion method for a week. I'm just going to tell you my notes. I started on what day did I start? Okay, I started December 7th, and I did it a Wednesday. I believe that's Wednesday, December 7th, until Wednesday, I think the 14th. And I did it every night for 4 minutes with the oil in my hair, and I massaged it. And it's the exact same oil that I'm selling. It's the same batch of oil that I'm selling right now. And I did that for 7 days. This is the thing. I got so busy doing so much with websites and all that I'm doing that I didn't start the measurements till 3 days in. And I didn't measure the ending until yesterday, was it yesterday? Or the day before yesterday? Anyway, it was like 3 days after, 3 or 4 days after. So I did my best. I'm not the best at this measuring thing, but what I noticed when I measured is that I measured different parts of my hair, and the average that I saw was a little more than 1/4 of an inch. So that's what I think it is. So I think it was 1/4 of an inch. Is it 1/2 an inch? No, I think it's a little more than 1/4. I think it's about, yes, it was just before 1/2 an inch, not quite 1/2 an inch, which was much better than the last time. The last time I didn't notice any growth. Now this is the tricky part about this whole thing. You and I know that my hair is definitely growing. I could totally see it. Totally. Even when I do it, I can see it. But for some reason, when I'm measuring it, it doesn't seem like I'm seeing it in the measurements. So more than likely, my measurements are probably not perfect. And I measure with my curly hair and just pull it out. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure what's happening. All I know is I see growth, but I don't see the quantitative data showing it so perfectly. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. All I know is there is continual growth going on with my hair. And so I just wanted to let you know that I did the inversion method. And from what my quantitative data is telling me, all around, I see a ½ inch in here. Okay, so on my left side here, it looks like either ½ inch to 1/4, which is where I like to always do it. Because I remember when I came back, it was here. And look at that. Yeah, that looks, oh, yeah, it is. That was, yeah, because that was not as long. It did grow. Ooh, yeah, it is growing. Anyway, because it's getting close to my armpit. And that was my goal. My next goal, my first goal is for the armpit, right? But the back is just growing like weed. The back here is really growing. And I'm really protecting it a lot because of the coat and stuff. So just remember that. I put enough of this oil on the ends. And I want you to know what I'm doing this winter. With my fine hair, I am not doing heavy butters. I'm not doing heavier. And I'm not doing teas. I'm just putting more of my oil on my ends as though I'm doing a hot oil treatment. I just want to be honest. I'm treating my hair, every time I put my oil on it, I put it on my ends as though I'm doing a hot oil treatment. So I'm putting a lot on I put it on my scalp before I rinse it at night, or before I'm going to wash it or whatever. And then I let it rinse out, but you know some is still there because I didn't wash it out with any shampoo or anything. So I do that. And then when I'm done with my conditioner, putting the conditioner in like I do, I seal it, I rinse it with cold water to cool water. Then I go and dampen it with my new, I love my microfiber towel. Y'all got to get y'all one. I'm loving it. That is the softest towel I've ever felt. Just towel I've ever felt. And every time I get a microfiber towel from the store, it's like got these little pieces fall off. It's cheap feeling and everything, you know. I'm thinking, you know, I went to Sally's and got one. I went to the dollar store and they're just like awful. This one is so soft. You will love it. Okay, so go ahead on the AyurvedaCurls.com website and get yours. It's on sale. The deal is 2 for $16.50, no shipping. Okay, for that particular item. So the weight on that item won't show up. So get yours today. And keep going to the website because I'm adding new things and changing things and doing sales. So just because you went on in 1 week doesn't mean it's going to be the same the next week. So keep checking it out. And in January is a good time to do the soccerwear.com so that you can get your fitness stuff. But anyway, I would go earlier because it takes a while for the product to get to you. So, you know, it could take from 2 to 4 weeks. So you want to go as early as you can so you can prepare for when you need it. All right. When I am in control of the items, I can get it to you really quickly and I do the best I can. But when I have a third party involved, it does take a little bit longer. Okay. And with most of my products, there's a third party involved. So I cannot control every single thing about it. All I can do is stay on top of it and make sure that I'm fighting for you to get your stuff quickly. Okay. All right. But these oils come straight from me, so you'll be getting that. Just wanted to give you a heads up so that you know I'm doing all I can from my end, and I'm going to do all I can to get you the best quality and the best products. All right, so anyway, trying to remember what I was saying. So I'm talking about my my regimen. So after I get it, I cool it with cool water. Then now it's got the moisture in it, and I put my oil to seal. Right. So I use my oil to seal. You know that about me. You can dilute this and put your carrot oil, your favorite carrot oil. I did that a few times. I liked it. The one I liked was the sweet almond oil. I really enjoyed using that when I did. But then I went back to my oils because I just want to keep that strength. So for the winter, I tried the teas. Yeah, I tried the shea butter. It didn't work for my hair because it's too fine. I tried black castor oil. First of all, I don't like the smell. It's too strong, the smell, and it's kind of thick. So it didn't work for my wash and go. So those things don't work for my wash and go and strengthen it. This is what I keep coming back to. So my oil, the reason why it only lasts a month for me, 4 ounces, is because I use it for everything and I use it generously. So I encourage you to use that if you have fine hair like me. I've tried things for this winter wash and go challenge, and nothing else has been working for me except for the oil. So it's strong enough and light enough. So I saturate it on my ends after I've done that to seal things in. And I'm talking about saturate, especially my kitchen back here, because this is I'm conditioning it back here. I'm trying to get it tamed and conditioned, which I'm going to do a video on that. I want to talk to you about taming your hair. And I'll do a little bit of it here, and then I'll get into it more in another video. But I do that on my ends, and I do it on my ends when I'm styling, and I pre-poo in my roots before I wash. That's how I use the oil lately, and in the winter I just go heavier on the oil than I did in the summer, is what I'm noticing. I didn't plan to do that. It's kind of just how I respond to what my hair likes. And it's almost like I'm communicating with my hair, and I'm like, okay, when I did that, this is what happened the next day. When I did this, this is what happened. But when I do this, you always do this. So this is the most consistent thing so far. My oils have been the most consistent in this when I seal. So when I put the deep conditioner in, rinse it out, but not all of it, with cold water, and then seal it, that oil, I just go heavier on it for the winter, and that's what's worked for me. I do not use the teas. It doesn't work for me, and the reason being is, to answer your question, a lot of you are saying, are you doing curly fibers, teas? Are you going to do teas? I love teas. I love the idea of teas. The problem with teas is that I realized that I think it works for people who are doing the protective styling, the traditional protective styling of twist outs and braids and all that. If you're going to close your hair up in a braid or a twist out and you want to keep the moisture, I believe the teas are the best things for that, okay? I don't do that. I don't have a moment where I twist my hair and braid it and leave it in for a period of time. What I do is I wrap my hair at night to set it for today, and this is how it came out. So there's no step in my regimen where I'm going to leave it in a braid or a twist for a period of time where the teas can do what it does. So I don't need the teas, and I know that sounds crazy, but I have no need for it. The only reason I'd use it is because I'm forcing myself to use it, which is what I did. I tried to use it, and there's no need for it in my regimen. This oil, it has the strength that I need. It works in my steps. I don't have to, I love it because the only, what I call unattractive protective styling that you have to do because you have to do it is throughout the night. You know what I mean? I protective style the conventional way overnight. And I don't love the bobby pins, but I can't think of any other thing right now. But what I'm going to show you that on a tape too, I promise you. I know you're asking about that. But basically, I take these two wings and I cross them crisscross here. And I pull this back down here and I pin it. And then this in the back, I swoop it around and pin it. And it's getting longer, so it's going all around here. This bang, I push back. And it's kind of just stretching it in every direction that I can so that it's giving itself stretch. Now, I can only do that for so long because soon my hair will be too long to do that particular. I've already had to switch it because it's already growing. But I just do what I need to do to stretch each portion, each piece of my hair. So if you took your hair and you sectioned it out here, 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 and here, you take each section and you give it a stretch in some direction, and that's kind of what I'm doing. And the one that I need to pay attention to the most is this area here where it's the kinkiest. And so I sometimes, and it's where the water traps in more when you're wrapping your hair. So I've been trying to figure out how to work that the best, but it's working for me and I'm loving it so much. And this is what it looks like when I do it at night. And this is not the washing, the wash routine. This is just my rinse at night that I do. And so what I've done, just in a nutshell, is that I've gone heavier on this, as the video that I showed you where I did the oil, where it was like a hot oil treatment, I was going heavier on this. That's what I do, minus the scalp. So I'll do that scalp part before I rinse. Sit and watch TV or whatever, just put it on my scalp, and then go upstairs and then rinse my hair off completely with hot water, like rinsing everything out as much as I can with the hot water. I'm supposed to say hot to warm, but I'm being honest. I use hot water. I love hot water. And so it's hot water, and then hot enough for me to handle. And then I put my deep conditioner in, and the Giovanni. And then I leave it there and wash my body, like the hot steam let that sink in there, and I squeeze to make sure it's in there. And then when I'm done, I rinse. I turn on cool water. Don't let it hit my body, but I cool it off and seal it. Not all of it. Take my microfiber towel and rinse. This new one is amazing. It's wonderful, and I love it, guys. Y'all gotta get it. And aside from the time it takes to get there, it's worth it when it gets there. And so anyway, I do it. And after I do that, then I start going in with this. And this is where I don't really put it directly on the scalp, but I heavy on the ends, heavy. And then I start to work it through. And because there's oil on my hands a little bit, I'll go like this with it. I don't mind it touching my scalp a tad bit, okay? Because I want a coating on my scalp, because when I do my wrap, the gel is going to touch my scalp a little. And I'd rather the oil be on there, on top of the gel. I haven't figured out how to avoid gel touching my scalp. So I'm figuring that out. But there's so many things to balance here. You know what I mean? So got that, put the pins around, and then I put my satin scarf on, go to bed, and let it sit. And at least if I go to bed late, it's at least 12 hours. And this is what it looks like. It's beautiful and I love it. Okay, so that's what I do with the oil. I've tried, that's why I haven't been on here with videos, because I've been trying things and seeing why I can't do the teas, why not the shea butter. I'm not doing it. The oil is my thing for the winter, just heavier. Okay, I think I've made my point. So, want to talk to you about, so I think I've gotten at least 1/4 to 1/2 inch from my inversion method for that week. Please share with me what you've gotten from your inversion method if you did it. We're at the midway of December. At the end of this month, I'm hoping to find my my first, measurement that I did in October, so I can see the full, I should have gotten 1.5 inches. So we know I got about 1 inch, 1/2 inch for the inversion method. So this is what I want to tell you. This is the important part I want to tell you. I want to share with you some other hair growth tips. And even though if you are following my regimen, keep following it. It's great if it's working for you. I don't use baking soda anymore. Instead, I am using African black soap, and I'm going to create my own African black soap, and I will sell it once I know I love it. Okay, so that's something to look forward to. I'm looking forward to selling my own conditioner as well, the way I use the conditioner with the honey. And I'm also creating my own gel. Okay, so that will be the Patrice D'Evans line, because I'm going to just take what I do and reproduce it and share it with you and put it on the AyurvedaCurls.com site so that you can get it. I'm going to try to make it all look kind of nice so that it all looks the same. And what we're going to do is you can let me know what you think, and I can develop it even more for you. But it's really what I've been using. It's going to be the closest to what I've been using as possible for you. I also want to give you an option to be able to have henna. So if you're having a hard time finding the henna, you can't get it, I'm going to sell a bag of the henna blend is my plan, and an amla blend. So these are some things that will be coming up. I'll let you know more about it. And because I'm doing it for myself, I just want to make it available in one place for you, like I promised you over the time. And there'll be tools you can use if you want to make it yourself. So if you want to just buy the henna blend and you want to make your own oil or whatever, I have tools. I have a heating cup thing. I have a mixer on the site. I have a lot of things for you to do it yourself. Or if you want to just buy mine, or however you want to do it, we're just here to make sure it's done, that you do it. That's what I just believe in the Ayurveda system. I thank God for our YouTube sisters that have been promoting it, and a lot of more people are getting into it. And Shebe is another one out there that I think is developing even more and getting better and better. So definitely, if that's something you're interested in, I'm not really enjoying. I don't see myself doing that. And it's very similar to what we're already doing. I'm already on a regimen. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Let's do what we've been doing and let those, God's got a path for everyone. This seems to be my path. So I'm going to stick with the Ayurveda curls. My hair is so fine and so delicate. I cannot play around with it and just do things just to be doing it. And if you're like me, don't do that. Stick to what's working for you. Even if there's more things that could work also. If your hair is loving that, well, that's the path your hair is going for now. You know what I mean? To each his own, they say, but to each path that God's giving you is the path that he's giving you. For some reason, this is where he brought you, right? So keep Jesus a part of your journey. And I want to say a few more things about growth. you should be at least an inch right now of growth since we started in October. And you should be going into a half an inch. So by the end of this month, you should have had an inch and a half growth. If your challenge went well, I should as well. I see it, but I'm still trying to figure out how to see it this way. So, it's not, I think I'm going to use, the ruler, the regular straight ruler. I think that's going to be easier for me because this whole pulling thing, we could be losing some. And every little bit counts, y'all. Every tiny little bit counts. And if I'm bending it and I'm not doing it right, and so I probably got an inch, but I can't pull that right. So, I may start doing it with a regular straight hard ruler, and that might be easier. I'm not loving this whole blink check thing. So hard. Anyway, but do it because you want to make sure that it's working. The other thing is, I got some breakage one night when I was in a hurry, and it's winter. So not only should we not be in a hurry and going hard, but it's winter, so we really have to be careful and gentle, and a lot more deep conditioning, and a lot more moisturizing, and a lot more oils. Everything, just go heavier on that. You gotta wash your hair. You're gonna wash your hair too, so it's okay to go heavy because you're gonna wash. That means we're going to be going through a lot of product probably, but I spent $400 on a weave, and it looked like it was every 3 to 4 months. So I keep going back to that whenever I worry about buying products. You know what I'm saying? You're going to spend the money somehow because that's just what our journey is. This is where God brought us. We got to do what we got to do to take care of our hair. And you know what? I'm thanking myself that I did. I'm loving this. This is my first goal for my hair. This has been my goal. I'm actually living my goal for my hair right now. Now, a dream would be waist length, but this has been a goal for me. And praise the Lord. And that's another thing. I want you to pat yourself on the back. And I think Ayanda was the one that said, years ago, she said, you need to know when you've reached a goal and sit in it and appreciate it and enjoy it. Don't spend the whole journey looking for where you're not. I'm capable. I do it too. I look at videos. I'm like, oh, I can't wait till my hair's like that. Then I have to stop myself and say, wait a minute. You are where you wanted to be this summer. So celebrate those milestones. And that's part of what a challenge is. Take moments and celebrate. Take pictures. Your TWA right now, I spoke to you in October. You should be at least an inch right now, and you should be celebrating that. And take care of it. Your ends. Take care of them ends, okay? Alopecia, by now, if you're really massaging that, you should have a little something there. Celebrate every little milestone. Because before, you would have wished you were where you are now. When I'm taking my shower, I feel a tiny little bit on my neck. It ain't a whole lot like some of these YouTubers where they got it all down their back when they take it. But I feel something. I didn't feel that before. So you know what I mean? I want to celebrate all my little milestones. No, I don't have that full stuff back there like my weave. But I didn't feel anything back here when I took a shower this summer. But now I'm starting to feel a little something, and I like it, and I'm celebrating that. So celebrate every little inch, everything that you have, okay? So do that. So I got a little cheating that I'm going to give y'all. We're going to do a little cheating with our 3-month challenge. I'm not a cheater or a liar. I'm not good at that. God didn't put that in my spirit. But there is a way that we can boost. How about we call it a boost? So at the end of our challenge, we can boost ourselves and probably get between 1/4 to an inch of length overnight. And I know you all have heard of that overnight hair growth thing. Well, I've done it before, and I really did get an inch. I think it was about an inch. Okay, I think it was a little more than an inch and 1/4. So I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to do it at the end of December, and so that we can get a little jump start, and then we can do it again whenever you want to, okay? It sounds crazy, but it is, and I mentioned it really quickly in one of my videos, and I always have long videos, so I hope y'all okay with me. I'll work on getting smaller ones, shorter ones, but there's always something good at the end, so stay to the end, right? Okay, so we want to do this overnight hair growth thing in this month of December, just in case somehow you grow hair slower or whatever the case is from this journey, okay? That's your boost. So let's say you did get your 1.5 inches. Yay, now you can just get that little extra boost, right? But measure, because you want to see what's working with the hair. You want to make sure, look at that as a way to, excuse me, I take my vitamins right before my videos always. Anyway, make sure you're taking your iron, okay? Make sure you check your iron and take your iron. Make sure if you want to take the biotin, go for it. Moringa is supposed to be doing that. MSM and the vitamin C. Make sure you're doing your regular massages, and make sure once a month, 1 week out of the month, if you can handle it, do an inversion method. Do all you can. So I have a lot of other hair growth tips that I've been wanting to share, but I wanted to get my regimen down, so I didn't want to throw all that in there. So a little recap. I'm not using teas, and I'm not going to use any other person's teas or cauliflowers because it doesn't work for my routine. They're wonderful, and I'm trying to figure out ways to use it, but it doesn't really work. So the only way I can see myself doing it is if I do like a hot oil treatment where I do the tea, and then I seal with hot oil, and then I leave it overnight. That's one way to use the tea. So I might do that, but it's like I'm forcing myself to use the tea just to use it, you know? So just that's a way you can use it if you're trying to find a way to use the tea. But we're fine, you know, if you're fine, you're fine. That's one thing. So no teas for me, no thick butters for the winter for me, none of that. I'm just using my oil, I'm just using it heavy. So that's my update for that. I don't use egg or mayonnaise or any of that because I think I'm protein sensitive. However, for this overnight growth thing, I will do it. I'm so delicate with my hair and I don't do anything but what I've been doing, but I'm going to go off of it just for that, right? Inversion method. I like it. I will continue to do it and I will keep it. I'm going to use my oils for it. That's for that. What else is an update? So that's my update for that. Training is the big thing right now. Train, and be grateful for every little piece that you grow. All right. So this overnight thing. You take eggs and either grapeseed oil or olive oil, and I think you take 4 tablespoons of olive oil to 2 eggs and you beat it, right? And once you get that, you get it into your scalp and then all over your hair. Some people say not the scalp, but I'm thinking, yeah, put it on your scalp because everything grows from the scalp. So put it in the scalp, all throughout your hair, leave it in for an hour, then you wash it out, not with hot water because you're going to cook the eggs. So you wash it out and you rinse it out you can shampoo it out actually if you need to, and just rinse that out. Meanwhile, you're going to create coconut oil. I know some of us are sensitive to coconut oil, but remember, I'm sensitive to the eggs. You can do it for one shot deal, okay? So go ahead and do the coconut oil, and I believe you're doing a cup of coconut oil or half a cup. Go look at the videos. It's either half a cup or a cup, and you're going to melt it. I'll try to get some descriptions. I'll put in the description all the details, but you're going to melt that coconut oil, and make sure you don't put it on your head really hot. Make sure it's cool enough to put on your hair, and then you're going to massage it into your scalp first and then throughout your hair, and go do an inversion method for 4 minutes. Really massage it in there for 4 minutes in an inversion method. Then wrap it up in a plastic wrap and a towel. Sleep in it overnight. So that's going to mess up your whole routine, of course. That's why I got to plan this, because this is what I do for overnight. And then the next day, you're going to wash it out and do what you normally do. But you measure it before you start. And I want to give you a tip. You know how I gave you the iron the last time? If you blow dry your hair one time, you are damaging it and you can set yourself back. So don't believe the hype on the YouTube channels when they do that. If you blow dry your hair one time, you can damage your hair and set back all your hard work. And I will tell you the story about my true beginning of my journey. It has been a little over 2 years since I blow dried it. That's my setback, and that's where my real journey starts, because I had natural hair all my life. Like, I always had natural hair under the weave. And then I dyed it, and then my wedding day, my daughter was going to do my hair, and she was ahead of me with this whole journey thing. She knows so much more than me, and I didn't realize how much she was ahead of me. But she was actually cringing as she not blow dried, hot ironed it. Blow drying and hot iron. She hot ironed my hair and it was burning and everything. She was just like, oh, it's killing me. I was like, what's her problem? And sure enough, I had a setback and I had it dyed. My hair basically fell out. As you look at all my videos, I trimmed, but I didn't cut that out. It fell out. Okay, and I probably covered it with some dye, but still, the real growth started 2015 in November. Okay, so I just had 2 years of really healthy hair. So this is 2 years of growth. Okay, so of healthy growth. because before that I messed it up. I did it one day where I fried my hair and I had a setback. So that's a little tip for you. Anyway, if you are going to straighten your hair to link check it, do not fry it. Do not blow dry it. Please, if you really trust me and you have my kind of hair especially, and even if you don't have my hair, Camille, my friend Camille, she did it and she's feeling a setback one time. All right? Don't believe the hype. One time can mess it all up for you. So I would say do some kind of stretching. And, you know, there's so many things on YouTube of natural, healthy stretching. My daughter just did it recently. Her hair is down to her tailbone. She's pregnant now, but she's never cut her hair in over 3 years. And she does not have split ends or anything because she never blow dried it. She never hot combed, nothing. And her hair is gorgeous. She still has the same little blonde tips that she had when I cut it for her. So I've been talking to you about that. But anyway, there are ways to straighten your hair without using it, and we need to be using that. It's not worth it. And I know a lot of us can't wait till the day our hair is long enough so when we blow dry it, it shows how long it is. Well, no, please don't do that to your hair. Don't do that. Find another way to do it. Do a doobie. There's ways. We got to find ways. I will help you with it. We will find a way. Rollers. Put some rollers in your hair, and you can sit under a steamer or the dryer like that. And then from the rollers, do the doobie and do it like that. I'd rather you do that. The Dominicans do it that way than to sit there and directly put heat or hot heat or any kind of heat to your hair like that. Okay, so once you've straightened it out really, really well, go ahead and measure it. Take a piece of your hair and measure it. You can twist that piece out to make sure it's the same piece. It could be one piece or you can take two different parts of your hair. However, 2 to 3 is fine. Measure it, sleep the next day, measure it again, and you should see at least half an inch. Sometimes it's just a quarter, but a quarter to half an inch to an inch to 2 inches, depending on you. It depends on you. But you can get up to 2 inches. Some people have had. Lately, I've been getting quarter of an inch. I don't know if it's the winter. I don't know what's going on, but maybe times of the years are different for different people. But I've been getting quarter of an inch every time I do these like hacks. Okay, I'm hoping I can get a full inch when I do this overnight thing. So go ahead and try it. Let me know how it is. I know this video is extremely long. Please forgive me for that. I've repeated some things because of the teacher in me. So please bear with me with that. Love you guys so much. Keep Jesus a part of your journey. And Merry Christmas. I'm going to be sending you more videos really soon. Dance with me. My next video, I'm going to probably dance today. Okay, God bless. Bye.